Hannah. How old are you and what is your profession?
Hello, Dieter. I'm 42 years old and I work as a medical anthropologist, which means that in my day-to-day job, I work on my computer almost all of the time, which is quite an immobilized activity.
Why did you choose to study the somatic training?
Well, I have always been really fascinated by people, and I would like to work directly with people and help them or support them to improve their well-being. So as I said, in my day-to-day job, I work on the computer a lot. I do a lot of analytical thinking, planning, reading, and writing. And especially during the lockdown, I was just working in my home office, and I wanted to find something else, something in addition to that, something that is more body focused, because working on the computer, I just feel very disconnected from my own body. And then after a lot of research and Googling about different body-centered practices, body work, I found the somatic training. And yes, I'm really convinced by it. I'm really enjoying it. I did some somatic movement sessions with Dieter, and then I quite quickly registered for the somatic training.
So how did you like it so far?
Yeah, I'm liking it very much. It's really enjoyable. What I particularly like is this combination of practical exercises and theory. Because again, in my day-to-day job, it's very much about theory and understanding things and explaining things. But that was only about 50%, or let's say 40% of the somatic training, and the rest is really practical. So in every training session, we got up relatively quickly, got up from our chairs and started moving and sensing. And that was great. It was fantastic, not only for learning and understanding how this method works, but also for myself, for experiencing it and benefiting from it.
Mm-hmm. So could you tell us some essential things that you did learn so far?
Yes, there are a lot of things. So one thing is body awareness. So really being aware of what my body is doing when I'm walking, when I'm sitting, when I'm being, and how that feels. That is something that I learned, especially in the first module on somatic movement, which is really experiential. And I realized the importance of sensing, and that is something I did not really anticipate before, but I really noticed how much I skip sensing, how much I quickly go into thinking. So that is something I'm really learning in these modules, body awareness and how to sense, and also that there are different qualities of perception in sensing. So Dieter always reminds us to sense mindfully and with compassion. And these qualities really make a big difference. So that was something new to me. Then something else I learned that is essential is the structure of the somatic dialogue. So when I did somatic movement sessions with Dieter at the beginning, I didn't really know what was going on. I knew that it felt good, but I didn't understand the different steps. And throughout the modules, we repeatedly have learned the different steps of somatic coaching, of somatic movement, so that now I know how to apply them, both with a client and also with myself. So I can do somatic movement with myself or for myself. Yes. And another thing I really, really like is that somatic movement, PME, physio-mental development, gives so much freedom and so much power really to the client, because it's completely client-centered. We always follow the client in their process. It's not something that we do to someone. It's something, it's a method to structure the development and support the client in their own development. So yes.
Yes,
there's a lot
sounds
more.
like you learned already a lot.
There's a lot more to say. But yes, I really, really recommend this training.
Thank you, Hannah.